Right, so we are out with Kuma and Mr. Cosmo. We're just gonna try to get around the block. This is just one of our sessions of um, getting Kuma, mostly just some practice, recall and sitting, but focusing on Cosmo and distance and walking and getting him used to taking treats from us in the heel position. Good girl. Good job. And because this is like a, thank you. And because this is like a regimented exercise practice, we're going to be treating a little bit more often. And then if we start running out on the way back, then we'll start spacing it out. But the main goal for Kuma would be to kind of run into some people, get her to redirect and sit, and or if they would like to meet, having Kuma having Kuma greet them properly, and then with Mr. Cosmo just walking and heel treat positioning. So far so good. Haven't been able to pick up a slip lead for him yet. Might either get one online or see if they have one for sale at one of the local pet stores. Want to find something pretty thin for him so that way it's lighter, right? Then we'll go over how to properly use it, safety features. This is still good practice. Pretty much with Cosmos, just trying to exercise as little pressure as possible. Good girl, good weight. Also, for this last week coming up, considering increasing the amount of food or treats for Kuma as well. Cosmo, come. Good boy, good job. Good boy, big guy. You got some on your nose. There you go. Alright. It's a little bit harder to film both of them at the same time because usually one's going to be up front and one's going to be behind. Well, we'll try to do our best here. Big part of it too is just being mindful. I have Kuma on the freedom leash so that way she has some more room to move around. Doesn't rush Cosmo as much to catch up, but because she does a lot of circles, something else that we'll still have to kind of focus on during her walking sessions. Just want to make sure she doesn't get him tangled up. You can see he's very interested in seeing the kids. Good boy, good weight. Oh, good girl, thank you. Cosmo. Good girl, good job. Good job, there you go, good boy. So he's checking out the kids. Cosmo. Yes, good job. In here? And one's about to come by, so we'll go ahead and... Good boy. Come on, big guy. There we go. Good. All right. So that's really good because we're able to kind of peel him away from distractions without having to use leash pressure. Huh?
Okay.
Sure. Good girl. Good down.
Does this one know how to walk now?
Yeah, he's getting better. Good girl. Good down, Kuma. Yes.
Which one's
Good
Kuma?
girl. This is Kuma. You guys have a good one. All right, there she goes. He's very distracted here, but that's good. You see that he's focused and he's excited on seeing them, and then redirects back to us. It's in that moment when he's redirecting that we want to try to go ahead and mark and appreciate him. Yeah, if you want. Just be careful.
Is this one mean?
Nah, she's nice. Say hi. Good girl, Kuma. Good girl.
Hey.
Good girl.
Sit. That one doesn't know you.
Good girl.
Sit.
Yes, good job. Good sit.
Hey. Hey. Come here.
She's a little shy.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Shy. She is shy. Hey. Hey. Oh, you're shy. She's my baby now.
Be
Does she
careful.
like when people carry her?
Yeah, he likes it. Just gotta be careful you don't drop him or anything.
Is this a baby?
Yeah, he's just a
When
baby.
was it born?
Like 4 or 5 months ago.
Huh? So cute.
Good girl. There you go.
Cute. It's small. No, not everyone. Oh, sit. I can't do it. Do what? That's how it was.
Good girl. Good
I
sit.
can't like. I'm holding it. She's my baby. No, she's like I'm holding her. When I'm 16, I'm getting a dog.
Good girl. Good sit.
Oh, my mom already took it. Hi.
So smaller, more continuous pieces for maintaining focus.
She's 6. When I'm 16.
And like I said, with her also just being mindful she's on the leash, so getting ready to lock it if she starts tangling up somebody or cars are coming by. Good girl, get down.
Can I get that treat?
Sure.
Both.
Sure. Just ask her to sit for it. Well, she's already sitting, so you're good.
Can I get another one to give that one?
Oh yeah, just give him the small one. See how you have 3
Oh, I
there?
have to give them.
Yeah, so give her the big one.
Sit.
There you go. Oh, yeah, there you go. And then since he's sitting.
Wait, I want to see. I want to see if it's gonna. Will he lick my hand?
Oh yeah.
Can I have a treat?
Sure.
Wait, does he listen to you?
Oh yeah.
No, wait, this one.
Uh-huh.
Oh yay. Sit.
He's already sitting.
Will he listen if you say stand?
I don't know if he knows that one yet.
Wait, does this one do it?
She knows sit.
Sit. Sit. Sit. Thank you.
Good girl. Good sit.
You want grass? Wait, can I give another one to this one?
Sure.
Wait, don't let me go.
All right, then we gotta go. Good girl.
Good girl.
All right. Thanks,
Can I
guys.
get one more?
Sure. Just go ahead and walk away and then have her sit for you.
Come
That
on.
way, Kuma. Kuma, over there. Kuma, that way. There you go.
Hey.
She doesn't see you. Kuma. There you go. Okay.
Hey.
There you go. That's a good try. Oh, he sees you. Good boy. Good sit. Thank you very much. All right. Good job, guys. Good girl. So she did really good there. Wasn't really worried about any chance of her jumping off on them because you can kind of gauge, right, based off of how excited she seems. And he did really good listening and behaving himself as well and not jumping. Don't usually have as much of a problem with him jumping. I think a lot of it too is they're both on the apprehensive side when it comes to strangers. It's mostly with those that they are really friendly with. You'll kind of have that issue with jumping because of the overexcitement. Okay, so when he does start going the wrong way, and we're just kind of holding position here on the sidewalk, just gonna let the natural tension of the leash let him know that he's reaching a boundary, and or we can recall him back verbally. And when he starts walking along with us again, then we start going, good boy. Good boy. Unfortunately, it is starting to sprinkle a little bit. Hopefully it won't start actually raining. This camera isn't waterproof. If it does, we'll just pause. Good, so we got his focus. Cosmo, come. And then keep walking, and then release as he's walking next to us. Good boy. Good job, big guy. Good job. Good girl. So just trying to do my best to keep the leash off of the ground. Make it so he's not constantly kicking it. Good girl. Good potty. She doesn't have any problems with going to the bathroom. I still like to encourage in front of him so that way he sees. But this time he doesn't get a treat, right? He just sees that she's getting a treat after she goes to the bathroom outside. So he's starting to get a little bit more distracted. Some more kids are over there that way. Just want to be careful not to get tangled up here. There we go. Good girl. Hi, how you doing? Good job, big guy. Good boy, Cosmo. Good job. Good. Come. Sit. Good job. Good sit. And good job to you too, Miss Kuma. Really good at sitting for treats, aren't you? I know this isn't as hard for her. Hopefully we'll get some more interactions. I'm gonna probably focus more on that when we have just her solo video, right? So they're about to head out, so this is gonna be one of those times when we're gonna want to try to get Cosmo to get going. Good boy, come on, Cosmo, let's go. Good job, good boy. Yes, up here. Yes, good. Just trying to get his focus back up onto me before giving him a treat. Keeping an eye on him. Looks like he's just smelling. Sometimes they'll just be smelling, sometimes they'll start eating, so it's good to be mindful, pay attention to what they're doing. Good thing Miss Kuma is pretty good about not eating random stuff. So really taking the time while we're out here to just give him the opportunity to smell and explore and just kind of walk along with us. Sees the garage closing. He's very sensitive to everything that goes on outside. Luckily, his family has a fenced-in backyard. Luckily, hold on. As I think he has a lot of difficulty going to the bathroom outside, even when I know that he has to go, just because he gets so distracted or so scared. At least now it's less with his apprehension of actually going out for the walk and more so kind of regular puppy problems of like the motorcycle, the people and everything else that kind of interrupts his train of thought when he like goes inside and goes to the potty pad, redirect him outside, but then as soon as he's outside he almost forgets that he has to go to the bathroom. Whereas if you just let him out back in the backyard, it's more familiar, right? More comfortable for him, less distractions. So he kind of runs less risk of being disturbed when he's in like that mindset. Good boy. Plus you have to consider too, as we're walking forward, it's a really good thing, but as we're walking forward, we're also reintroducing whole new distractions. It all looks like the same grass to us, but it's all very different smells and grass to him. Good girl. I know. We'll have to compare and contrast this to when we have your social session, miss. Make sure that you're still just as good about redirecting and such out in public. Alright, so we are out and about today with Miss Kuma. This weather is absolutely insane because it is now getting really hot and sunny out, and my shirt is still soaked from this morning. But luckily, caught a little bit of a break in the weather. They're calling for more thunderstorms this afternoon, so just trying to take advantage of this moment while we got it. Just going to be working on hopefully some social interactions with her, getting her practice prompting with return and either staying down or sitting with me. Um, just to help with her parents back at home and the counter surfing behavior, decided to start integrating some either tone training or some other audio disruptor. That way we can both build a positive influence with it, as well as having maybe a negative interrupter or a more pronounced interrupter. Okay? And just to show you what that means, we've got an e-collar, but it's not on her, it's just on me. And we're going to try to see how responsive she is just to the tone here. I wanted to kind of get her out and about, at least outside of the neighborhood and somewhere in public, just so that way she has different smells and distractions she's used to. Also working slightly on her not crossing over. You can kind of see every time she dips down and to the right, we just pull up and to the left to help correct it. Trying to get her consistent in the walking side there. You're okay. So we're just going to work backwards, just like we did with Mr. Cooper, okay? Letting her know that I have a treat, and then letting her get distracted. We'll go ahead and give her a little bit more lead here so you can see what we're doing. And now that she's not paying attention, I'll do the beep. Good girl. That's it. Perfect. Good job. There you go. Just like that. So it's pretty much just a replacement of her name, right? She doesn't have the collar on her or anything like that. I'm just making it so she starts associating hearing that tone with just coming back to me and sitting, right? And that'll come in handy. I don't know what that is. That'll come in handy in situations like this too. You can use it for, like I said, it looks like dog food on it. Good girl. Good job. You can use it to help with the leave it, and like I said with her, the counter surfing, right? And this way her parents can be at range with her, right? And still be able to kind of recall her back. Like I said, just like the same idea as her name, but then later on, if necessary, we can also add in like the vibration if she needs a physical sensation to help snap her out of it too. So it'll still leave them open to options, right? But my main goal is to help kind of build her a good positive association and reaction to the tone in the first place. So that way we don't need a negative consequence. We hopefully just have her behave well and just reward her accordingly. So a big part of this is the freedom between the interactions, right? Giving her time to kind of reset, get lost in her environment, start smelling. We'll still practice good leash manners. You know, she's not pulling or anything, making sure she doesn't go all around me, things like that. Oh, good girl. Hi. Hello. Oh, good girl. Okay, okay. And then of course still positively reinforcing when she just pays attention and sits down in front of me. She's pretty good about that. Main thing we want to start hopefully working on is her being good about greeting others in the same way and not jumping on them. So hopefully we'll have some takers here as we're walking about. There's also the pet store too, so that's usually a good option. The Lowe's, a lot of times going there. Good girl. So she just paid attention there to the leash pressure. We're just stopping because we want to check before crossing. Good girl, come. And then releasing. So I'm used to having my dogs obviously on either side. I'm pretty relaxed when it comes to those kind of standards. But when we work with her formal heel, I think her mom wanted the left, just like with Bagel's dad. And so when we reset her up for a tighter proximity walk, we'll kind of put that habit into play. Not all we're looking for, she's doing a good job checking in. All we're looking for is for her to get distracted, hopefully by somebody this time, and then get her attention back in and sat in front for a reward. So she's doing really well. She's not too startled or anything by the sound, which helps. Just following her nose. Good girl. Hi. Heel? Good job. Good heel. So resetting her back into the left here. Good girl. Good girl. There you go. Walking with her for a little bit and then releasing. Okay, free. You have to pardon me. Despite all the rain, I still have some allergy issues. Took a couple more pills before heading out just in case. It seems to still be affecting a little bit. Hopefully it'll be done soon. So just creating a boundary with the leash so she can't get into the road. Can also walk further away so that way when it's fully extended, she hits the edge too. Good girl. Hi. So because she's doing a really good job of kind of just giving me her attention and walking nicely, we'll go ahead and practice the heel again. Heel. Get up here. Good girl. Heel. Yes. Good girl, yes. Good heel. This way. Good. She's very used to crossing, it seems. It's something that we can, like I said, kind of work on and condition. Just doing small durations of heel at a time right now. Trying to get her used to just moving and staying in that area. And then we just kind of grow that amount of time and the amount of distance that we travel before releasing. Alright. So, even though it's a pretty quiet afternoon here, or midday, there'll still be some people picking up orders and walking in and out, so it should still give us a good opportunity to get some practice in. Wanted to try the Starbucks earlier this morning, but it was raining. Now, if we need to, because she's too distracted at first and she's not conditioned well enough with the tone, we can also add in like the leash pressure, and then the other verbal commands like her name, recall, and sit, right? To help as much as possible. But eventually we want it to just be like she hears it, she sees somebody, right? She hears the tone, and then she just comes back and sits. Yeah, so this should be a good distance here. We got plenty of people walking in and out. Good girl. Good job. Okay. Good girl. Just doing a little bit too good of a job here. There we go. Oh, Gimel got messed up again. All right, here we go. So we've got a mom and her kid coming from the side there. So what we'll do is we'll get her kind of a little bit out of the way, but this way they'll kind of have to cross her path when they're coming in, right? So she definitely sees that they're coming. She's doing a good job of redirecting and maintaining her focus and composure. Good girl. Hi, how you doing? Good girl. Hi. Very good. Yes, good girl. There we go. Good. Good job. Okay. So you can kind of see there, as soon as the child was close and interacting, the tone wasn't quite enough. We had to add in a little bit of the leash pressure too, right? And that just goes to show, just need some more practice and conditioning. So what we'll do is we'll move away. We'll have her on the left side here. Girl, she'll get distracted. Yes, good girl. And I'm going to remove the sitting part a couple times, and then we'll try again afterwards. Good girl. Yes, good girl. Sit. Okay. There we go. Let's see. Takes a little bit, but it's also because it's on me and it's not on her, right? So it's a little bit fainter, right? But it's good because we want her to get used to less, so that way when it's actually on her and or louder, it's more of an impact, right? You start backwards. You want to make as little impact as possible during the training and conditioning phase, so that way when the moment comes, like when she's really distracted and pulled into somebody, then we can still get her attention relatively easy. Good girl. She really likes being on the right side. Come here. There you go. Good girl. Yes. Good girl. All right. We'll try again. So we got some kids walking in front there. Hi. Hi. Good girl. Very good. Good girl. Very good. Thank you. So it's harder to see because I can't capture everything at the same time on the camera. But she did really good redirecting from a little girl there and then from somebody else walking by her. Okay. Normally, what we could do is just set up the camera so it's further away looking back into both of us. Good girl. Okay. Now we'll stand in between the two entrances, or the entrance and the exit. And we're just gonna practice her seeing somebody, redirecting with the tone, and just being rewarded. So we got one gentleman coming in, we got a few people parking. Good Good girl. Yes, good girl. Good. That was really good because you kind of see he started talking, which drew her attention towards him. Then the tone actually brought her back, and she sat without being prompted. So she's starting to get it, which is understandable. She's really smart. It's just being able to kind of practice in the proper scenario, right? Um, Making it easy for her at first, and then just kind of building up to it. Getting her to just work through those distractions when she hears the tone, as opposed to like having to physically force her either with the leash or with like a verbal prompt. Yes, good girl. And that's all we're looking for. We just want her to get distracted. Hey, how's it going?
Beautiful baby.
Thanks. Good girl. Very good. So that was good too, right? The lady passed by, she interacted with her, and she still remains sat and calm and composed. That's going to be the biggest key to helping her with her not jumping discipline, is just controlling her excitement and her composure. Like you said, it's a lot easier with strangers because she is a little bit more apprehensive, right? Until she gets excited and they're engaging, or it's with kids. But then that'll be when we kind of replicate the problem that she has with her parents just being excited and automatically wanting to pop up. Good girl. Okay. Oh, good girl. There you go. Good. Huh? So just being distracted there by somebody and just rewarding her for refocusing, and that time without the tone. I'm going to want to do a mix of the two just because, we want to condition the behavior, right? We don't always want to prompt it, but because we're trying to practice and having her connect with the tone, we're just using it as well. Kind of like a verbal prompt or the leash pressure. Good girl. Doing so good. Since nobody's by right now, we're gonna walk around a little bit. We'll try to keep her on the left side here. Good girl. Yes. Good job. This way. Okay. Very good. Good job. Good. Okay, so people coming and going. Got a mom with a stroller coming up. So I'm gonna go ahead and give her some full leash range. Let her get distracted here. Got some other people exiting. Good girl. Hi. Yes. Good girl. So all I did there after she got distracted with the person in the stroller, well, the person and the stroller, you used the tone to get her attention back, and then I stepped back and then waited for her to sit, kind of helping with conditioning that behavior that she has of just sitting and refocusing, right? Without actually having to ask her, right? She just gets so used to doing it. Good girl. Got a couple more ladies coming up. Very good. Good girl. Oh, good girl. Very good. There you go. We did have any takers, hopefully next time, right? We're using mostly this session here to get her used to redirecting and sitting in front of us once she hears the sound. Right. Good girl. Oh, good job. Very good. Right. So there she just resituated herself without any help, which is good. But yeah, for this session, unless we get a willing volunteer, mostly just working on conditioning her behaviors, right? Hearing the tone, redirecting her focus, coming over to us, and sitting down. Good girl. Do a little bit of a heel walk in here. She really wants to go to the right side. It's a shame that they don't want her to walk on the right. That's okay. Good girl. Go. Wonder why it's more natural for her. So usually I don't have any problems with her being on the right and then circling to the left side, right? While we're walking, it's always like her being on the left side and circling around counterclockwise to the right, kind of just like you saw there. She's very consistent with the behavior, which means it's more natural for her to do it the other way, right? Whereas if she didn't have a preference, you would cross over to the in front of me, right? Good girl. There you go, good girl, right? So she's very much so always trying to duck behind and heel on the right. This is interesting. Good girl. Very good. Good girl. We'll see if she gets distracted again by anybody coming in or leaving, and then we'll go ahead and do one more redirect before we end the video. Yes, good girl. Good job. Yes, very good. All right, perfect. So she did it all there on her own. This was really good. Okay, good girl.